go ahead and start doing this, doing the record thing, gonna make sure I'm still connected. And then the wild will be on. Oh, still good stuff. Yeah. Have you leveled yet?
3.
The only reason why I ask is I'm gonna hold on. I need to change the screen up a little bit.
HP I did 4, but the traits I just did 3 because I needed to figure out what we were doing with this a little bit before I figured out what feat I was going to take it for.
No worries at all. The only reason why I say that, what the hell is on your screen? Oh, okay, thanks. The only reason why I ask, excuse me, is because I was going to ask you to roll for initiative. Right? So, are we connected? Yes. No, I mean, let's do this. Okay. Do this. Bring up my map. You're a Disney fan, right? It's like the pirates coming out, right? No. There it is. I was like, where the hell's the thing? Here we go. So, that's where we be. Am I joined as a player? Or am I joined as a GM? Not today. We're joined as a player. Don't copyright me, Disney. That's all good. Okay. So, I'm gonna bring the world bridge back up just so you can see the kind of what you're working with a little bit. Okay. Alright, there. I gotta open it up on this side. What the hell is this thing called? Roll20. What a cool, awesome place. I mean, so by the time you guys get back to Alexandria, I really hope to have the city completed. So then you guys come back and be like, there it is, like the big map and shit. Like you guys are all there and I'm like, yeah. So
immersed.
Yeah. Get in there. Really? Thanks, Apple. We just started losing it. Oh, I actually don't think I put that on there. So we're just going to docks where I know it is. Alexandria campaign. We're on a bridge. Yeah, so there. Here we are. And we're gonna make it a little bit bigger. Just hold on. I'm gonna also do this where I'm gonna move this over here so you can see it. Tell me, honestly. Is that ever get up annoying? I didn't think so, but I just wanted to double check. So
The dice tower.
yes.
Yeah.
No. It's so funny. It's like, no, that person. Here we
This,
go.
no.
Yeah, that, yeah. Indeed. There we go. Coolio, and then, like Madeline was saying, I can do the middle mouse wheel. I'll just see if she wants to do one of these two, just even if it's just over text or whatever, for, correct. Because I honestly taking into consideration the whole, you're changing up, like, the course of someone's life, and you know, Aki is gonna be like, what? You know, what, my love? So, looking forward to that. Because that'll be cool as hell. So, all right. You, at this point.
Don't worry, Nix has the rope to take her place.
Oh my God, dude, if you fucking got one over on Nessie and then married Aki instead, that'd be, don't even tease me.
I hear winter needs a king.
I just throw up. That'd be cool as fuck.
That'd be one way to get on the council of Alexandria.
Dude, I'm so excited to be able to head back to the, back to Alexandria if you guys succeed. I'm gonna hate it.
We're gonna hate it.
Yeah, I can't wait. And I'm looking at now a picture that I'm gonna try and show you of what I think Aki looks like. But what I'll say is this: you wake up, it's the morning of. No, you're totally fine.
Okay, I don't have the right armor on right now.
Oh, no worries. So, and when I say you wake up, obviously you only need 4 hours. You were outside of the room, and we'll just pick up from there, right? So you have technically 2 days to do the dirty deed, whatever that may be. So you kind of come to, you hear a little bit of like rustling behind you, but not a whole lot because, and this is the norm, right? Where you're up before everybody else, probably sleep a little bit after everybody else, unless it's another elf specifically, or just an entity that does not sleep, which you've not encountered a whole lot of, say for like maybe a robot or another elf, or some very interesting entities that have their patrons help them stay awake, almost like Doctor Strange, where they have the warlock thing, which is so cool.
I love that.
It's very neat. Yeah. I'm going on a diatribe. That's so cool.
I just don't know what the light activity you do during downtime is. Like if you're in a city, sure you can panhandle, but those aren't your busy hours.
The interesting part about that to me is if you can start to find the books that increase your ability scores, but they take forever to read.
Yeah.
You're like, or you work on a language or a skill. So, just over time.
If we can do that.
There she is.
Oh, she looks great.
I was like, oh my god! So it's part of that, and then there's also one of the, this is kind of pissed off her. Obviously there's something very fetching about this, but it's one of those, like, it's more the coloration, and I'm like, that's so cool. Where it's all like, she can go Ice Queenie.
Yeah.
Where it's like, the color does leave, and it goes, also, she has a very fun little ability that not everyone will, hopefully you guys never have to experience, but she can cast Time Stop. And I don't know how much you know about Iceman, my favorite X-Man. Iceman, yeah, no, it's great. I love it so much. He effectively can slow down time because what he does is he just freezes the molecules, because that's what cold is, right? It's molecules effectively stopping. And so he just goes, and that's how I'm going to prove that ice beats speed. And people like Tom Petty. So, but that is what's going on, my friend. You guys have already experienced smack. Come back up and kind of fuck off. So. And you're picking up speed. It's like, what's going on?
Wasting no time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those like, we have a rendezvous to catch for fucking Ernest. With all the, Goliaths and whatnot. I love that so much. But what would you like to do, Sam?
Well, wasting no time after he's up, he's gonna start on the main deck, I think, and work his way down.
Okay. And now, you get up to the main deck. The captain now is gone at this point, and he does sleep at some point, right? He is an insane person, but he does actually have to take his time and whatnot.
Yeah.
And there's corn for you. Stepping on the king or whatever. I'll just send that to you because that's very much in my mind like, pitchy. So you get up there, and then the person who has that watch until the captain comes back to I was gonna say fruition, but Vance and Crystal are up there. So the cat and Crystal being, of course, the bird. And I can pull all the pictures back up too if you need to see those.
Vance.
Yeah, so Vance Fortuno is the Catman. Oh yeah.
And Vance
There
knows
was
everything.
Corin. No.
Nope.
That's actually Corin right there, where he's got the stars in his hand.
Oh, he's such an ass.
I love it so much. There's
Pompous ass.
yes,
Is
there's
someone playing him?
yeah.
I was curious.
Oh, dude. Cool. Actually,
You mentioned that some people were playing.
somebody may be playing Ezekiel, which will be very, very fun because this person is very, very excited to mess with y'all.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
No, I know. I think only one person in here does. So it'd be very neat.
Crystal does not miss.
That is it. You're thinking of the person who knows everything is Rantanimus Rex, the turtle.
Is that Randy?
Hello. Yeah, 100%. Oh, when I came up with that name, I forget if I was high or drunk or just in the best mood I've ever been in, but I'm like, there it is. Because I'm trying to make them similar to, like, at least have something to do with their name. But yeah, Rantanimus, I was like, yep.
That just occurred to me for the first time. I'm like, oh, I know what that is.
Well, that's the thing. You've experienced him once, like a session, right?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, oh no, not Randy. No, experienced him plenty. But yeah, it's one of those like you guys would pick up on their things, you know, as you go.
Vance.
So Vance is Rusty. That's Vance Fortuno is the cat. He's the Puss in Boots. Do not fear, Nix. He's got like, I mean, yeah, I say Puss in Boots specifically because he has the orangey kind of Garfield fur. So he wears like a light color jacket and like kind of a tan, like the inside of that leather strap is his almost like his color armor.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm saying all these things because I literally have all of them right.
Do we know his thing?
Who's that?
Vance. I didn't think so.
No. No. Well, I'm happy you said it like that because you're picking up what I'm putting down. Everybody's got a thing. That is freaking hilarious. That's like a storm just picks up immediately. It's like, what's going on here? But yep, don't know what that. My iPad is now part of my screens, and my mouse went over here, and I'm like, yeah, there's a little Gak Man. Here's Rantanimus. So just give you some visuals there. Of course, we can hop back over to the other piece in a moment. Good old Smack being hysterical. There you go. Oh, I love that little man. I'm so happy. Your and Madeline's reaction to the fucking Smollett, Captain Smollett, killed me. I was like, yeah, you get it. Oh, made me laugh. And this, she's my favorite. She just came out the best. Like, she just looks so fucking cool. But, yeah, so it'll be her and then Vance up at the helm, and Crystal kind of like flutters around and just kind of does her own thing. Just chills. Hello. I know it all. Are you speaking to Crystal or to Vance? Or are you just kind of like, hi to everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Crystal will look over and, well, you're up early. Up early.
Same time as ever.
Do you know what time it is? And it's one of those, I think at this point in time, twilight, like dawn is on the horizon, but it's not there yet. And the way that the moons will be descending, they have like, you know, a standard pattern, right? This place does have a kind of an axis, right? So they'll be setting and, excuse me, it's normally, like big, little, small. So, and that is, size is part of that, but also how close they are too, right? So, and then Vance will look over. He is actually driving the boat. He has to actually do the driving piece, and he's just like, you can tell, not the most excited because the captain just waves a sword or thinks about it, and this is one of those like, neat. Vance is like,
Captain's asleep, so here I am.
He's like, I'm actively driving the ship. I'm a cat. I hate all of this. Not really, but it is something where you're like, he's not super happy, but he's doing a good job. And he's just one of those, the wind's whipping through his hair. Like, you're an elf, so you have dark vision, so see you know perfectly out here. It is all black and white at this point. People kind of look pretty interesting. And yeah, Crystal, it looked wild, black and white, because they are, are super freaking colorful normally, but now it's just like, what? So yeah, normally they're all colorful and everything. And they had this piece where the wings are coming off a little bit, but she does have the normal Aarakocra full set. Like, she can fly around, but I was like, I can't mess with this at all. So just the wings will and they go out. So, and yes, you're correct. She cannot miss. Rantanus Rex knows it all.
It's the little hours, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite time of the day.
It's a time. Luckily, everyone's asleep. No one's complaining. The dragon isn't trying to eat anybody. Soot, bless him, but he gets hungry.
I bet.
He could eat any one of us.
He's such a little guy.
He is. She kind of steps away. You're a decent shot, but you need to tell all your friends to work on their aim.
I was gonna mention not the same thing, but something similar to you. It's some pretty fine shooting yourself.
Thanks. I never miss.
I didn't think you could.
No, I can't.
There's some pretty extraordinary talents on this vessel.
It is the best ship there has ever been. And will ever be. Will ever be. Because of course she's a Paris, as you can. In case it's like, this guy's insane.
What about you? What's your deal?
You talking to Vance up there? What deal do you mean?
Well, do you know everything? No, that's not you.
I'm not
I wouldn't know if you keep coming back to life or not. But, I don't know if you can miss. What's your deal?
I can't just be a charming cat. Wow. He twists one of his whiskers. Why does it have to be a catch or a thing?
Everyone out here seems to have their gimmick.
If that is what you believe they are, then that is
Not
all you'll know.
gimmick, but
It's
I'm just curious to get to know the capacities of the crew.
Sorry. What will you give us in return for this information?
Well, I would sincerely like to give you all the freedom to use them as your heart desires.
Who says we're not free to do whatever we want?
I was told when I got on board that you had contracts that you were required to uphold.
They're more like guidelines. I kind of shrug, kind of brushing the question off.
Captain seemed to think it was a little bit more rigid.
You have met this man.
Met this man, your captain.
You have met our captain. You know what he is capable of,
Oh, yes.
both in action and in word. Who says I'm beholden to anything? Perhaps I'm beholden to nothing. Or everything. I am all, after all, just a charming cat.
Is that what you are?
That is all I'll ever be. You see, he's got, standard pirate attire, right? Like, he's ready to go with he's got a couple of pistols, nice rapier. You kind of are pegging that if somebody was going to be the entity that would have taken the sword, it would be Vance. Because he's modest, but you notice nobody else on the ship really has a sword. Like, the captain obviously is the one who has the thing, which I still believe it's. I can't remember its name, but I was like, that's cool. It's like the Mind's Edge or something like that, or the Mind's or Wave or something. But Antanimus, not a weapon on him. Smack, nah, doesn't need one. Crystal, you look like if you set a match next to her, she would explode with how many guns she has. Vance has a very nice cutlass. You can't really see the good visual because I think the other cat picture that I have is a little bit better style-wise, but this looks better and more of a, like, I like the coloration better. Very nice cutlass and dagger, you know, so he would go dual wield. Savarina, no weapons on them, just their horns in the hands. You can tell, like, just from them moving and whipping stuff around, like, they're probably a monk tavern brawler. Just like, I don't need a frying pan.
Guess.
Yeah, it's like, I don't need a frying pan to whip your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just taking damage now? And I'm like, yeah. And then, I'm going through my mental checklist, but yeah, you notice that only the captain has a sword along with that's what doing.
Does that happen to have anything to do with your fine blade there, does it?
The blade does not make the man. Mr. Nix.
I wouldn't think so.
But this, shh, and he'll pull it out. And he whips it out. Very fine steel. You can make a perception check if you would like. I'm giving you opportunities to climb out of the hole.
No one's going to be here to witness it.
Hey, will we record?
It's a natural one for a 4.
So, you gouge your eyes out. Very nice blade. And I actually, since there's a little bit of light coming off now, the black and white kind of looks funky, you know? It's one of those, is that even a sword? Who is this man? But, you know, say, yes, when it is my turn to take rest, if you would like to see what I can do, I would love to show you.
Oh.
And he'll purr. I will not purr because I can't purr.
Yes.
Oh my God, if he could do that command, I'd pay that cat. But he'll, did you have a good evening?
Oh yes, very relaxing.
I bet it was sat up against a door.
What's that?
I bet it was sat up against a door. You must care for them a lot.
Well, some more than others. Some are new friends, some are old.
Out of 2, I'd have to guess. You probably have known the pale one your entire life. Trying to give them a leg up in the world.
Intuitive.
And he'll make an insight check on you. Oh yeah.
The pale one is Nessie.
No,
No?
she's green. Because that he would have seen gentleness while she was clean. Oh yeah, I'm pulling out the big guns now. We'll see what these guys can do. That's a natural one. Yep.
Nice.
And you go back in the box. All right. This is a great session. We peaked. So he'll 100%. You, from that, glean that he is talking about Jonas. And then he's just like, I'm the smartest cat there is. And just kind of stares off for a second. And in his victory, he cleans himself for a second.
I'd love to see what else you can do once you're off.
Yeah.
Give
It'll be
me-
some hours now.
How long is that?
What?
How long till you're off?
It will be some hours now. If I could count on one paw, and he shows it's a hand. When the sun rises,
Wonderful. Well,
fully rises.
to give me something to do in the meantime, I heard that there were
Ernest,
marks
oh my
left on
God.
this shit. Ernest, you're awake.
You're not limping.
Oh shit! Just kidding.
Too funny.
Now I'm in a hurry. Just to give me something to fill the wee hours of the morning while no one's awake. I heard that interesting guests were allowed to leave their marks on this vessel.
Interesting is a strong word.
Are there any you could point me to?
Make a persuasion check. What will you offer me in return? Some contract-breaking deal? What if I've already
What if
made
you're not
something
under
like that?
contract?
Then, that's what you offer everyone else?
I'm just curious. You know,
Like a cat.
like a cat. I've very little gold to my name, I'm afraid.
How did you get on here?
Someone on the, oh, is it information you're after?
And he kind of has that smug, like, cat, like,
I suppose we could swap information.
let us swap information.
It's a 3 for 3.
He stabbed you. No.
I might need to borrow dice.
Hey, what's fun is, like, for real, and, oh yeah, I think they're actually upstairs. I had a box of them that I'm like, where the hell these go? But, excuse me, Hundy P, got you. There's also the Toxic Avenger, Dr. Fate. My green and gold, I'll use it for this campaign, and also the ones that you got us for Christmas. I'm doing this.
Give me anything, man.
So, well, actually, I'll be right back because I do want to bring that down here. And I'll show you why.
I'm down it.
I know, man. I was like, I didn't think you'd actually add it up to a 20 in all of that's like 2 sessions. Like, just from the rolls.
No. I've gotten a 1, a 2, 2 3s, and a 4.
Jesus. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be like one of those switchblade cones. Little half things. All right. You may have your pick, sir, of the litter. This is as old as we are in D&D. Very nice set, like an actual full set. That's a full set. That one's amazing, and then that was pretty cool.
Feel like another white dice are representative of the next, and that's the problem.
That's very fair.
Go blue. Hopefully this is the one I'll need.
Fingers crossed.
I'm scared to touch the rest of your dice.
That's the best part. Man, to me. Because what's going to be fun is having literally done like 13 or 15 sessions of all the rolls, you just reach average eventually. You may have a few shitty sessions, but then you'll do something where it's like, oh, I've done nothing but 15 pluses.
But every roll between two sessions so far haven't been below a 5.
Well, one thing too,
It's a statistical wonder.
it is. Another issue though is I'm not giving you as many opportunities. You know what I mean?
Fair.
So, don't worry.
But we're I don't know, 4 or 5 for 5. 1 or 2.
Hey, well,
5 for 5.
we'll be looking up here soon.
Yeah.
But but
we'll see.
he'll say, okay, you tell me who got you on board, and I may tell you where an interesting start of an adventure is.
Sure. Well,
There's gonna be somebody at the door in a second. If you're not,
No, oh yeah, no, you're good.
they're expected.
It'd be so funny. They just walk in like, hello.
was the Penta Council that sent us here.
You can make another insight check if you would like at saying that. There we go. Something better, hopefully.
18.
Nice. So you kind of see his face darken a little bit, like when you mention him, right? It's one of those like, okay.
I agree.
Kind of lending more credence to the whole like, what's your deal? I don't have a deal. No one has deals. There's a deal. I have a deal. Like, I see. Well, as clever as your friend believes he is, he already wrote on top of someone else's mark, which is why he has a hard time.
Can I ask you a question? You don't need to be honest about it, but how many times has someone been just drinking at sunset and had the light flash on that beam?
It happens all the time, but the point is you would not know to look. There's no point to look. And you're drinking. So if you're facing this way, you have to have a mirror or something to look.
But certainly, after, the 10th time of it happening, it took someone in particular.
We have found the sword so many times.
Oh,
But people leave their mark.
fair enough.
And we don't want to spoil the magic.
I see.
We are pirates of honor. And he's like, he kind of chuckles at that kind of oxymoron, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? But he's like, but you got what you asked for.
I hope you have as well.
What languages do you speak? You speak that of a thief.
Is that
You are an elf. You know the common tongue that we speak.
This is true.
I hope you speak enough.
Me too. If I don't, I'll rouse a friend.
If you can.
If I can.
Just kind of like,
Come find me once you're off.
you will know. Best be on your guard.
Noted.
Swaps hands.
What's that?
He just swaps hands. He's like, you know how if somebody wants to speak with you, their feet normally are facing you. He's like, "Meh."
Yeah.
It's not a lot. It's not a big shift. He can't do a whole lot. But he's like,
I'm off to the mast anyway.
I'm very thirsty.
Would you like me to grab you some water?
Do you have any milk? I'm just kidding. There's room downstairs. Would you like to drive? I'll go grab it. Have you ever sailed before? Captain a ship?
No,
I don't know what voice this is. I'm doing whatever I want. It's a dream world.
Is he still controlling it in his sleep?
What's that? No. I was just saying that because I'm like, I cannot for the life of me keep up the Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking too quietly to try and do that. So I'm like, cool. Now it's like Lance Reddick a little, it's a little bit of this and that. So he's just becoming an amalgamation of insanity. So
Tell you what, I got about 5 minutes here while I'm waiting on the, just mulling over where else I might find some clues. Why don't you go grab some rum and come back
Have you sailed before?
No.
Come right here. And he'll step to the side. Put your hand on this. Don't hit anything. As you clearly look out and there's nothing.
Water.
Yeah, it's like, I'll do my best. I'll be right back. He gives your shoulder a pat. And then you'll notice now you're on deck. The yards are there asleep, I believe. So he's just hanging on a damn hammock. That's it, right now. It actually isn't even him who got off board. In case you killed him in a side section. Oh man. How the tables have tabled. Only him up there now. Crystal's not there anymore. You can hear almost like faint little mumblings up in the crow's nest from where you assume Smack was. It's kind of like rhythmic almost like they're talking in their sleep.
And Sendar, yeah. Not like all the way, but within earshot.
Sure. You'll hear him just kind of be like he's just mumbling nonsense. Because also, so it will sound like nonsense, but the thing that you're kind of gleaning from this, and you'll with the sense, he's laying down. He's just kind of hanging out there. He has like a little bed, like it looks as though almost a bird, like an albatross, made a nest, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And he's like, "All right." So he's hanging out in there, and so he's in like a little nest thing, and then. But he's talking about other times he's died. And it'll be, the fucking shark, I never saw it coming.
What's that?
A shark, I never saw it coming. It's like, the captain. It's the 20th time already, you know. And he's gonna kind of cycle through some things. One of them is going to be, you gotta get the full Joey Diaz going. Oh man, that fucking bot. Serenade you. Right before he stabbed you.
Don't let the bard serenade you.
Pretty much. Yeah, the bard will serenade you right before he stabs you. Effectively. And be like, toe tapping. Magic sword having. Fucking prick. Who thinks they look good in purple? Kind of goes into like a bullfrogish type thing. Then,
Oh. That's Bethesda. I said,
oh, so that is actually Smack still. It just, he went from talking to, okay, now it's, you know.
Oh, no, I think he's referring to Bethesda because he's not in purple.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So, oh, you know one other person who wears purple a lot.
Right.
So, oh no, it's not anybody here at the table. Somebody that nobody likes very much. But.
Oh.
So, Vance will come back with a couple of cups and get a little bottle, like, and he'll pour a couple of things. And you know, rum back in the day, I don't know if you've ever had bamboo, but it's one of those. So bamboo rum, just super like it. Oh my god, you can almost drink it straight, like pretty easily, and it's just one of those like, well, This is bad. It's like me and anything apple. Because Crown Apple or Tennessee, like Daniel's apple. Yep. It goes down too smooth. So it's like that. It's kind of one of the things too with, like they were talking about earlier with, excuse me, water. Obviously you're not drinking any of this shit, you know. You could get away with a little bit of salt if you did prestidigitation, I would allow that, but you know, so choo choo, and then it goes clink. I say clink. These are like wooden or like more like, yeah, like clack. And you know, sip. You did well, but you're about to hit something. And so, with that, you can make a two things. One, a wisdom save. So with that, you look over and you don't see what you thought you might out of the corner of your eye, because right when he says that, it's one of those like, what the, you know, because there's nothing there before. And it kind of is like a, have you seen the Titanic? Old movie? So,
I fell asleep.
Hey man, trust me, I feel you. I liked it, but it's a long one. The first movie I ever owned, that it was 2 VHSs. So, you almost see like an iceberg or an island out of the corner of your eye. You're like, oh fuck! And then when you turn, you're like, oh. And then the other piece is a dexterity save or a reflex save, which I want to say reflex, but it's a dexterity saving throw.
That is my third 15 in a row.
Nice.
This one making a 20.
So with that, you kind of, as he's like, watch out, you know, you don't spill the rum all over you. So it's one of those, you don't flip the wheel and then, you know, you just kind of, He goes, nice.
What was that island?
What island?
Pirate Secret?
And he looks back over, and you look over, and there's no islands. Just making sure you're paying attention. And you are. And at first he's like, almost forgetting himself slightly.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Best time I'm on my adventure.
Have you ever played Liar's Dice? If you run out of things to find, let's play. I may have the last thing you're looking for.
Well, very well.
So you go over to the mast. I think in this case there are 3, possibly. Let me see. The bridge.
Just to let you know,
Yeah.
I do speak Common, Draconic, Elvish, Sylvan, Thieves' and Undercommon.
What the fuck? Hold on a second. Bro. Okay. Draconic, Elvish, or Elven, Common, Thieves' Cant, Undercommon, Sylvan, what else?
That's it.
Ooh. If you were gonna say something else, I'm like, no. Just
Your background's not loud.
bro, it's freaking awesome. Well, I mean, so the Thieves' Cant make sense, right? That's kind of a freebie. Then you get Common, Elven, and did you get another one for that? Like for your species? I forget. Definitely no issue with looking it up now, but that is very neat. On Gmlock, speaking a lot of languages and having lots of skills myself. When you get down to the mast underneath, or actually, when I say under, I mean literally written on top of, you know, Ryan's talking, it's primordial. And it's like, no, it's not.
It just looks like that because you wrote over someone else's mark.
So, you get it. So, because he's trying to make it that so no one else would find it. And it's like, do you not think Grant Adams doesn't fucking know everything? Like, test me. I'll make it show. But you get down there. So you see his kind of chicken scratch, like quite literally. The primordial also looks a little bit Sylvan-esque. Like if you'd be like, oh, that kind of what that has some leanings in.
Branches off.
Right. It's like Latin going into like Spanish or something like that. Is it Japanese? That's not how it works. And then underneath that actually would be Draconic. So, but I'll say you can make an investigation to try to glean, like, basically, you could like scratch this and then try to remove Ryan's stuff, Milliard stuff, if you would like. There's also other ways to try and do it as well, but that's what you're kind of gleaning. So, an investigation, you could also do another perception potentially, but up to you.
Could I use my sleight of hand with my thieves' tools to kind of file the portion of it?
Go for it. Love it. Any creative way that you want to come up with utilizing your spells and abilities and all that, I'm here for it. So be as creative as you possibly like. Good stuff. Thank you.
I mean, I'd do that. I'd look through Ari's blinds and just be like, what's different?
Ooh,
Like, where's the
nice
other indentation?
I would say that can give you advantage on this.
I will take anything I can get.
Hell yeah.
That is a natural 20 for a 27.
I take it back.
Then
It looks like the
24.
dice. Hey, remember the averages?
That's true.
That's funny as hell. It's like, wait a minute. We've already beat the average.
I just needed to introduce a new dice to the mix.
Well-
They know what they're competing with.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is really it. Awesome. So you get literally the entire spiel, and since it's a 20, what I'm going to do is this: I will tell you the items that they are, but not what they do. You can have your pick, because a 27 is fucking awesome. Also, it's one of those like this is like an extra level in a game. You know what I'm saying? It's like there is no cow level or whatever. So there's a conch shell, a compass, a brass compass, I guess I should say. I fucking love this one. A flask. I bet you never be able to tell what that does. A pair of heavy leather gloves or gauntlets, which is pretty dang neat. And the last little bit, which is an anchor. Now the anchor looks hefty, but out of all those, you kind of glean that's the weapon, you know.
It's cool too.
Bro, oh my god, I want to see that in action like so bad to see how, like, what that's like, you know. Because yeah, that's the one that's going to do the thing. And then it's those 5 things.
And I have 2 days.
So yeah, right now you have technically, yeah, like almost a solid 47 hours.
Okay. Sweet.
And I was going to say too, I was going to add something where there's a 6th item if you find one. But, you know, that's one of those like, how would you know that?
Yeah. I think the first thing I'm going to go for are the gauntlets.
Okay. So those are going to be stored down below deck where they would have gotten Milliard's clothes. Like where the supplies are,
Yeah.
that they would have like medical supplies, clothing, dry goods that aren't food, you know? And if you're going for the gauntlets, you see they're going to be ones where kind of like how what's it called? It's not the most dangerous game.
Where they're hunting Liam Hemsworth.
No, it's Alec Baldwin. is hunting I'm sorry, Powerball's not doing the hunting. He is the bad guy, but they crash. It's him, Anthony Hopkins, and somebody else, and they crash, and then they have to.
Sounds like a fascinating.
Dude, very good. Let me see. But anyway, if you've not seen it, definitely worth a watch. Let me look it up really quick. But the thing is, the gloves are like a mantle over the door, where they look like they blend in. Where it's one of those like, someone put a plaque up here, and it's like that's what signifies the clothes and stuff are in there, the dry goods are in there. But you're like, wait a minute, and it's one of those. You just saw it at the right angle. The Draconic is not everybody reads it. They found everything on here and left it, right? Because it's kind of a like this is the it's a freaking circus, and they don't need that shit because they have their own stuff and they have slots too, but you can slide these on.
I'll take a standard pair of gloves on.
Good name. Inspiration. That's good looking out right there. And remember, you can have it for 3. And I think about this for us a moment while I read these gloves real quick. I want something like this where it's yellow to be gold, right? But they also have gold ones that aren't crazy expensive that I would love. They're like, $8 a piece or something like that, which...
Gold plated.
Correct. Oh my God, could you imagine? Here's your gold design. You only get one forever. And be like, hey, I only need what? 19? I say 19 because the GM will never have 3, But I do have one. I got one. I'm excited. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna keep it forever. But I would love to have that, and also the 3D print us all of y'all little things for them, so you know how much you have. So, but I think if that's a little too pretentious, while I read off these shipwright gauntlets, which is what they're called, wondrous item. A pair of heavy leather gloves reinforced with runes. While wearing them, you gain proficiency with carpenter's tools. You have advantage on strength checks while aboard a ship. A ship, we can fence about it later, but that could mean any moving vehicle. That will be important if you guys get up in the air. And once per long rest, you can touch a ship to mend minor structural damage and repair it for 50 HP.
Wow.
And that's worth of hull damage over 10 minutes, but still, you can, and start doing that. So basically, it gains 5 HP every minute, but that'd be neat if you're in like a chase or in something where you're like, gotta get away a little bit, and so those will be, a nice leather. The runes in them would give off kind of a blue and white and green kind of a vibe where it almost looks like shining seaweed in the runes throughout. And then, heavy leather gloves.
This didn't take me long.
Not at all.
So I could, in theory, just
What's that?
go down the list.
You rolled a 27, so
Okay,
yeah.
fair. Yeah.
I mean,
That-
when you start with a natural crit, it's like, a natural 20, it's one of those. I understand too very much that, criticals on, on skill checks are what they are, but it's so fun. Also too, it's a celebration because we're beating the odds.
Yeah.
Because damn. But effectively, and that is why I had the thought of an extra thing. I don't even know what it is yet, but because I haven't had to need it.
Yeah.
So if you do find them all and want to do that, you most certainly can. And it doesn't have to all be tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to try and keep going.
Going down them, yeah.
So, you got it. But you found the gauntlets. And I was thinking that if you do bust folks out of their
Contract?
yes, thank you. At the end of that, you would get a deity's mask type thing. Where if you're on the ocean,
That's cool.
you're invincible. And I was like, oh my God. When I thought of that shit, I was like, fuck. Because not only would you have the ship, but you also get what, and I haven't figured out what the name of it would be, but it'd be like literally a captain's like attire, and then you would don it, and then
it would be like Kenway's garb.
some of that shit looks very good.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta find some like magically kind of infused stuff, because I love the pinkish, whitish tunic colors of that. I would love to put that in there, like some opalescent kind of stuff. But yeah, that was my thought, is if you do bust them all out, then each of them gives you a piece of it. And I was like,
I love it.
so something to do, keep working on. And it's one of those things, it's like, that's just, I was like, that sounds neat. Not even that I came up with it because you wanted to do this. It was just one of those, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So, thank you for playing the game. It's wild.
Yeah.
I'm very happy you enjoy playing the game, good sir. Very happy indeed. So, you have a conch shell, which is hilarious because it's not called that in the name. A brass compass, a flask, which is hilarious, and then an anchor. I kind of like this name, but I want to make it something else. But anywho,
I'm gonna just work my way down and grab the anchor last because
okay.
that sounds heavy.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those where it's going to be unwieldy because of how top heavy it is.
Yeah.
And you will have to use two hands. If you were a Goliath or something that had like heavy weapon master or something, that you could do the one hand. But with that, it would be a maul type, like, you know, a D12 and whatnot, and it would have the maul properties like to set it into a weapon type deal. But you would have the other two things we talked about, which is throw it if you hit somebody or a wall, like a surface, you can zip 15 feet to it. And the other piece is if you hit somebody, I haven't figured out if I want to create yet. I gotta figure that one out because it's so good. Like, hit you. Your movement is 0, because that has a lot of implications in regards to if you trip them.
Yeah. Oh yes, it does.
I guess you're gonna be stuck here forever. So, but yeah, I was like, oh my God. So yeah, you find the first one, and Rantanimus is like, oh, hello.
Hello.
Because one side his pipes are kind of going, and then his other pipes going. Found him. That was quick.
Well,
Damn, you're good at this.
thanks.
It's almost like you just had something talking about how good you are at finding things.
Well, I'm that's what they praised me for back in Alexandria. I'm a capable reader.
Did you say Raider?
Reader.
Oh, reader. Oh, yeah.
Although who knows?
What's the
Maybe
last
I'll try
book
my
you
hand
read?
at this.
Some spell book, some tale of woe, or some love-struck adventurers, not unlike yourselves.
Oh, textbooks primarily.
I know how that is. It just kind of like looks very sullen, but it's important work.
Not all of us can know everything right off the bat, huh?
I didn't know it all right off the bat either.
How do you enjoy it?
Enjoy what?
Knowing everything.
Omniscience?
Yeah.
Is it omniscience? I think it is. And for knowledge. Well, the best part about it is you know how to find happiness.
Huh.
So it's easy.
You want to give me a secret?
Do you want one? What do you want to know?
Well, the secret to happiness would be amazing, but you know, there's a few others I had in mind too.
Well, I will say I think actually the secret to happiness is that the person has to figure that out for themselves. Because then it'll be true happiness.
Intelligence and wisdom. You are the
I do know it all, but you know, that's not to say it doesn't come without its issues. There aren't many, but you know.
Tell me, I'm sure such knowledge came at a steep cost.
No,
No?
no. I wanted to know it all, so I did.
How?
Reading. And you kind of see him for a second. You could do an insight check on this if you would like.
So badly. Oh, we're back to it.
There it is. Got to even out. An 8. He's a little bit inscrutable just because he's like blowing and going and all
Covered in
this.
smoke.
Yeah, close, right? It's a pleasant smell though. It's like sandalwood. So yeah, he's read a lot. He's well read, and you don't really need anything more than that, really. But
Certainly. Just like Crystal just practices a lot. And
so many shots.
so many shots. And Smack just leads an active lifestyle.
That is a terrifying young man.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what would you do if you knew you could die and it didn't matter?
I think I'd still avoid it. He
What?
seemed haunted by it.
Well, he's agitated by it,
Yeah.
definitely, and he remembers every single one. He won't tell you that, because why would he?
No.
But I wouldn't want to relive that with anyone else myself either.
No.
Not really the best way to happiness.
So immortal life, or immortal life. Eh, that's not it.
But nice, you found him. That was quick as hell.
I appreciate it.
Mm.
If there's something I can help you with, find, or maybe you have a problem that needs solving. Contracts that need examining. Let me know. In the meantime, maybe my happiness is waiting at the end of my treasure hunt.
I will say, not everybody picks it up that fast and runs with it. You got a good heart, kid.
I'm like a dog with a cart.
Like a dog with lights. Good luck.
Thank you, Antanas.
Do you prefer Dorian or something else?
No. Depends on the crowd. If you feel better calling me Nix, you're welcome to, but Dorian is my given name.
Then Dorian it is. If I'm gonna know everything, I better know the right things. And he'll... Oh, sorry. He's huge. He's a Ninja Turtle, so he's like... Yeah, going nice and slow. But you kind of hear him as he takes his steps. You start to smell food now. Savarina's up cooking. Going through the motions, getting everybody ready to go. Doesn't really... You can tell they can go at full drill sergeant just with how they've acted before, but they don't mess with the passengers in that capacity unless they ask for it. So, wake up call, and she's just like, great. But yeah, starting to smell some, eggs, some fish, obviously. What do they call it? Tack. Get some hard tack. Get that with some rum or some kind of a soup. So get the hardtack, make it all soft. Delicious. And oranges, obviously. No scurvy here.
No scurvy.
We don't do that. We don't mess with that. Savarina is like, no.
We're keeping our teeth.
Eat the orange. As she's making orange juice with her hands. Like, you're getting half of it on your fur. It's like, shut up. That's what the apron's for. All right. Well, there are more masks. I think there's 4 masks, actually. So, you have found 2 on one. gleaning, you're probably not going to find any more on that one. So out of the 4, now you got 3 more with 4 more items. So
I'm sorry?
So there's 4 masts.
Yeah.
You've found 2 items off of the main one. And I say 2, Ryan found 1.
No, yeah.
So now there are 3 more masts that, I don't know why I keep doing this 3. This is 3. It's a German 3. And sign language 3 too. Right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this is W. Yeah. And this is okay. So 3 more masts. And then you find one, do that. So yeah, 3 more. And I'll say the one that you found, what I'll do is I'll place these on the ones that you've found it on. So like, a die means that mast is no longer in play. And there's one in the back.
Oh.
So 1 done.
Okay.
So.
Then I'll go to the
And we'll say this is 1, 2, 3, 4.
front one.
Okay. So going to the forward mast. You got it. When you get up to that part of the deck, found the other one. Okay. Excuse me. Food is smelling good. People are starting to rustle around downstairs. Not actual rustle. Just in a cabinet somewhere. On the front one, you can do same deal. Same rules apply. You can basically make whichever skill you would like. And then if you're going to use your thieves tools and do the same technique you did last time, you'll have an advantage again.
Oh, yeah. I felt good about it.
So that's very neat. So go for it.
Ooh, that's a 15.
Okay. That is enough to make bacon. So you will actually, that's going to be, nice. Funny enough, at the front of the ship, you see the kind of thing that's at the front, you know, the, whatever the
Figure.
Exactly. It's actually holding something. And it's holding, and it would say, I'm trying to come up with the saying or what the text would actually be, just off the top of my head, because I wanted to involve, it's the Siren's Lullaby is what this is. This is the conch shell. And they're holding it, and it's actually kind of looks like this, where they're kind of blowing into it at the front. And the conch, as you get it, it actually will be a siren up front, right? And the text or kind of like map there would be, you know, follow her call. So the conch shell is wild. Would you like to blow into it and see what happens?
Yes.
Because it's random.
Oh.
And I'm very excited. Once per day, you can blow into this conch shell, the siren's call, and you will trigger one of the following abilities. The caveat on this, a 10, so it's a 1 through 10. A 10 allows you to pick one of the 1 through 9s, but I'll say it refreshes the conch shell. Because what's supposed to happen is it's not supposed to refresh for a D4 days. And I'm like, I love random and magic and wild shit. So I'm like, if you get the 10, we're gonna let it ride. So this, and I'll send all these things to you so you have them in text.
So 10 is essentially like a reroll.
You get to pick one, and it refreshes.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a +1. So the 1, and I'll do these. Like I said, I'll send all this to you. But a 1 is the user is silenced for the next minute as their voice is stolen by the sea. They can only communicate with whistles and hand gestures. Hey, luckily you know thieves can.
Yeah.
But it's also, that'd be very neat if you get to, and I would let you use inspiration to pick which one you have of these. Now, with that being said, the inspiration piece, that would be good if you wanted to silence somebody else.
Sure.
So, 2, a ghostly crew of spectral sailors appears and performs ship duties, menial ship duties for the next hour before vanishing. So it's very nice if you need to get away. 3, a thick mist rolls in, reducing visibility by 20 feet for the next 10 minutes. You can actually have a fog come up, and it can go a little bit further out if need be, you know, to kind of give a cloud around the ship, give you the cover. 4, the conch releases an eerie siren-like wail. All creatures within 30 feet must make a 14 wisdom save or be charmed for a minute. So.
Could you repeat that?
Yeah. No. So 30 feet.
Yeah.
DC 14 wisdom. If they fail, charmed, 1 minute.
Wow. Okay.
The Siren's Call ain't no joke.
No.
And I actually upgraded it to do the wild magic thing. It normally just did one other thing, or did one thing, and I'm like, I want it to be random. Number 5, the conch emits a beautiful tune that calls to the sea. For the next hour, the ship's speed is increased by 50%, and the weather condition improves. So you can speed up a little. The user, so 6 here, the user grows gills and webbed hands. For 10 minutes, you can breathe underwater and you have a swim speed of 40. So you get some gillyweed.
Yeah.
7, the melody starts to distort.
Fresh versus salt water.
What's that?
There's been some debate on the effects of fresh versus salt water gillyweed.
I have no doubt in my mind, good sir. So number 7, you distort, or the melody distorts reality for a moment. Within 30 feet, everyone experiences a brief vision of the past, which will be fucking crazy with this group. Because that would make you all explain the shattering that you all went through, which would be insane. That'd be the first use. So yeah, when I say brief, it'd be like a minute or so. The vision is unclear, but may hold clues to the ship you're on secret as well. So, pretty cool. The number 8, sound warps, causing random objects within 10 feet to levitate for 1 minute before they suddenly drop. So the stuff will just go straight up and. I can make another Sonic 3 reference. You gotta watch that movie. And number 9. 30-foot radius, pulse of energy. You roll a d4. On a 1, you get to cast Thunderwave at the highest level you can cast.
Wow. That I can cast or that can be cast?
That you can cast.
Okay.
Gotta keep it fair. 2.
I was like, holy shit.
You can. Oh my god! Could you imagine at level 9? Whoa! The ship explodes. Like, yeah. You better use your gloves, buddy, to heal the ship.
Yeah.
Right. Number 2 on that is gust of wind.
Okay.
3 is shatter, and 4 is calm emotions. Very neat. Fun utility. You still have to roll the d4 if you wanted to pick that one, but you could pick that one and get that. 10, the conch hums with power. The user can choose any of the effects on the table instead of rolling. And this is the part that changes. This says, however, you cannot use it again for d4 days. And I'm like, no, you just use it again. So, that is freaking wild. And I will copy this piece to you specifically and send it. I'll send, like I said, everything else too, but I want to get that one over to you for you. This is the conch. But yeah, and if you put that anywhere, just remember the 10 is a reroll as well as a use. And I'll put these other things in there once you find them all. But that is the Siren's Lullaby, a conch shell, which it's the most perfect looking conch shell you've ever seen. It's got the perfect, like you can blow through it to not have an effect happen, but it will still just do the conch shell thing, right? The fun little. And if you actually put it up to your ear, you do hear sirens. Not in a way that would be harmful, but you hear the
Beautiful,
yep. There's a little aria playing there. It's in a language you don't understand. So.
That's a shame.
Can't know them all.
Yeah.
You know a lot.
Or can I?
It's like, all I need is ritually cast understand, comprehend languages.
Mitch's journey has changed. He now wants to speak every language.
Ooh, that would be quite the adventure.
He no longer needs to eat, so he's going to bypass breakfast and go to the next mass.
What is stifling you from having to eat?
My subclass.
Which one?
Revived.
Oh, okay, yeah, they do. It's the.
I can read it for you.
No, you're totally fine. I was trying to figure out for one that. Oh, did you go? Oh no, we haven't decided yet. I was trying to figure out if it was full road, but the revived is very neat. Is that that's 2024 on Arcana or D&D 5 or?
It's you may.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. All about it, good sir. I'm about to go and drive a truck. All right, so bypass breakfast, but it took you some time because you're climbing out on the freaking side, and people are like, "Is he okay?"
What's he doing?
Nessie at this point would actually assist you if you would like them to help.
Oh, what?
I have no idea how they are gonna change in regard to their evening, but for now we'll play. She was playing a coup, so she's like, "Oh, you need to go on the front," and she just could hold you, and you're like, "Thanks." Yeah. So, do that. Oh man, I want her to fly gentleness around so much. I can't wait for them to become best friends. She'll be like, but on that, well, now you have still 3 masked and now 3 items left.
Then we'll move on. Just keep heading this way.
Sure. I'll say on that one, there will be one more, and then you presume it'd go 1-1. Because you have 2 on this one. 1 and then 1.
Gotcha.
Because there is one off screen over there. So, same deal. You may utilize whatever effects you would like, and Nessie's like, "What are we doing? Where'd you get that?" And she looks at the shelf.
Searching for supplies that might help us with the holiday farms.
How did you even know those were here?
Oh,
Is that what you were doing all night when you got up?
oh yeah. Well, after finding out Smack was alive.
She's like,
19.
"What?" When you say Smack's alive, and you can start kind of hear him faintly up there, starts going riveting and whatnot.
Popeye.
Yeah. I am what I am, and that's all that I am. A 19's gonna get it. This is the compass of the Drifting Isles. The brass compass, you will see, and this is kind of fun. It's gonna actually be on the mask tells you where it is, right? The kind of voice or kind of the map to this is it's gonna be the compass that no one wants at the helm of the War Bridge, and it'll be one of those. In this will be Undercommon, and the reason being it'll be like a mix between Undercommon and Thieves' King. You would get it if you had either, and you'll know why when you see the thing. Balthazar is finally he's rummaging around. You can hear him, and it almost gets hotter because Soot's up. Vance is up at the thing, picking his teeth.
Yeah.
And looks at you. You come up to this, Nessie's just in tow, just kind of chatting with you and stuff. And you see on the helm, or actually on the helm itself, a compass that is where the helm is attached. And here you just see it's just going, it's just spinning. And you didn't notice that earlier, but you weren't really looking for it. So, and it just.
Well, that's interesting.
Compass is broken, Nessie says.
It might be.
Yeah, this is gonna sound really weird. Do you have any extra clothes? I was wearing robes, and I'm really not comfortable in those anymore. I have an outfit, but
Don't want to wear your wedding day outfit out.
not really. Well, and also, I don't know if that's made entirely yet. It's starting, but my cult robes.
Of course.
Thanks.
You can pull my travel clothes from my pack.
She'll rustle around in there. Y'all are both pretty lithe, so it's not one of those like, I'm in my big brother's clothes or whatever, but it's close.
Yeah.
So I'm like, thanks, and she kind of fluffs up a little bit. It's just, the compass still. Vance is like, oh, excuse me. Move out of the way. They're like, the broken compass.
The broken compass. Part of my hunt, I believe.
Ha! Beginner's luck.
You might call it that.
You'll pluck it off. It'll be a brass compass, and what it'll do is, it can close, but it unfolds all the way, and then you have to put it all the way back because you could close it essentially. And it's covering glass on the top, and it's brass on the coverings, and then it's. Now with this, another wondrous item, not require attunement. This right here, it never points north, but instead, if you are within 10 miles of a hidden island, shipwreck, lost shipwreck, or a place of forgotten lore, once per week it can reveal the safest route to it.
Huh.
That would actually be a way that you could get into the sun. Ember Falls.
Ah.
That would actually show you that. And he's gonna hate it even more. And it's gonna make the rivalry that much better. Because you're
What
like,
am I doing? Point away.
so, right? It'd be amazing. But yeah, you pick up on that. Like this is these are things where in the writings and stuff, they kind of give you a little bit of an insight to what they do. But this is one of those and it's a thing of you have to want it to do the thing. And then sadly, you don't know exactly what it's going to do, but when you use it enough times, you'll have a little bit more control over it.
Yeah.
That's when it's done. It's just like, what? This doesn't make any sense. And you see her little beak trying to follow it.
You're gonna make yourself dizzy.
You see her eye, spin around. Yeah, oh, goodness. You didn't eat?
Not too hungry this morning.
I'm famished. Do you want anything? I'm gonna go down, grab something.
No, you enjoy your breakfast. I will catch up with you later.
I'm starving, actually. You kind of hear tummy rumbling a little bit. Hear a creak. Where she lives. Kind of shaking all the tail feathers, like, look at me, I'm into something new. She's like strutting a little bit. All right, 2 more masks, my friend.
Moving on over.
Let's do it. So Arya at this point, that's the name? Okay. It's gonna get like, basically, I forget if you can communicate with them telepathically, and they're like, listen, I've been doing a lot here. I know you're the guy, right? Kind of, this is the feeling you're getting, obviously. She starts talking like fucking smack. Listen to you, asshole. Yeah, kind of like, hey, a little something, for the effort.
We'll need have to wrap up these two, right, little one?
All right. And shrug a little bit and be like, good. Yeah. Assuming now having, actually, do they have an intelligence, obviously. Do you know what it is? The Chimera Red.
Not.
No worries.
2.
Okay. All good. But I wanted to see, how high that was. So effectively, this is more akin to like a horse or a dog kind of a deal. Like, hey, I'm doing the thing. Now you do the thing. But you
Kind
can.
of scratch behind its ears and say, we'll get some food in a little bit.
Yes. All right. Go ahead and make your rolls. I'll tell me your results, good sir. And now I'm assuming you'll be checking the mid one.
25.
You find a flask. In a place that you would expect to find a flask. And yes, it is that flask.
Billy Artane.
Actually, it'd just be kind of hanging off of his hammock. But interestingly enough, it looks similar, like to a degree, because you've seen the other one. Haven't paid too much attention to it, but it's very, very similar. And this one, actually, no, because he has the damn... No, it's a flag. That's what he says, a flag. So, it'll be similar. It'll be one of those, like, if he loses his, you're going to be the first person he talks to about it. But it'll actually be hanging kind of close to where he is.
Not too bad to have a spare, I guess.
So, RA is just like...
What's up?
So RA is just kind of like, kind of pointing it out. Having kind of smell, like, oh, that's the new thing. Because he smells like sulfur all the time, right? And that's
I'll hold that in my mouth.
So, this is the Quartermaster's Bottomless Flask. This flask refilled once per dawn with rum, fresh water, or seawater. You choose when it refills. At this point, I would say you can choose what it is going to be, but of course, you have no idea what it might be. So the default here will be rum. This can also, once per day, can produce a strong dwarven ale that gives you +1 to all Constitution saving throws for an hour.
Ooh.
But you have disadvantage on dexterity checks. The strong dwarven ale. Some of y'all might like that. It'd be hilarious if this gets it just to be like, I gotta be a little more buff right now. Listen, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, pretty neat. But yes, the Quartermaster's Bottomless Flask. So, gloves, conch shell, the Siren's Lullaby.
I'll offer a little sip to Ari.
Since it is Zerum, they will take it and almost instantly fall asleep on your shoulder.
Hey. Almost.
They kind of
Soon, little one.
there at this point. It's one of those no food, alcohol. Yeah, they're flagging hard.
We'll wait on the next one.
So, and with that, let me see there. Yeah, one more. The last one, I don't think is going to be harder to find, but it might be harder to acquire, seeing as it may be the anchor on the ship. But if you get that one, you get a little something else. I gotta figure out fricker duder's name who has that thing. League of Legends, that's what that is. But yeah, if you would like to try to find the last thing, you do it just without advantage. Up to you. Scuba diver. Or you can leave it be, good sir.
I'm gonna try.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna use an inspiration.
Word.
$25.
Hot damn. So you find it. You also see that it's kind of like up on deck right now because it'll be out and about. The way that this, so this is in the back. Balthazar now is up there. Because you have not rolled, or so you haven't done the full leveling up yet, I won't make you fight Vance to get this, because that's how he would not only test your swordsmanship, show off his, but also be like, that's the last thing. But effectively, that would be the last challenge. is like, you trying to take our anchor. And you're like, it's more than that. And then they're like, well, prove it. And they would make you fight with it. But it would show you what it does. So, if you would like to give that a go, you could potentially, because you don't have to win, right? You're not trying to actually kill this motherfucker, because this guy would whoop your ass right now. But he can show off a little bit if you want to pick it up and prove him wrong.
I would certainly be willing to endure an ass kicking to get a pointer towards the final.
The final deal, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you may certainly roll initiative if you would like. The rules of this will be simple. This will require strength to utilize, obviously.
Yeah.
It will be 2 hands required, and then you can make 1 attack a turn, right, as normal. But if you miss, what'll happen is it has like rope down like with it. So if you miss, now this is unintentional right now. When you actually, because this requires attunement, right? If you throw it and you're attuned, you know what's happening, right? You can actually throw it, hit a surface or a person, and zip to them, right? So if you do miss, it's not the end of the world. It just means you zip. Yeah. Don't worry. So he got a 20 initiative.
I got a 16.
Ooh. The captain will just kind of be there like, nothing, another day on the war bridge, right? Because y'all are going to be fighting around him.
Friendly sport.
It's it, right? Yeah. Friendly game? So what's going to happen is you're going to be right here. And then what I'll do, I think this is kind of close to actual like decent size there. Where is the damn zoom? I can't see this super well. Hopefully there it is. Okay. Now, it's going. Give you a little person, give him a little person. I think we had, who in the world were you over here? There we go. Pretty close. I was gonna say, wherever the drow is, well, that'll who you normally be, but we'll say this is Vance, this is you. These will be 10-foot squares, right? If you swing and miss, it's 15 feet from the point that you are. So just a heads up. So like, let's say if you hit the cannon, you go zip, and you move there instantly, and it does not provoke attacks of opportunity. So something to be mindful of. So he'll go first, sword out, He's gonna fight, you'll see Ryan fight a lot like this, like Milliard. He's gonna be very much like, cool, we're gonna duel, and I'm gonna get you. So he's going to try to disarm you. He's going to get a 24.
He's going to disarm me.
Well, is your thing not war bonded? Your sword?
Oh, I thought I had to fight him with the...
Oh, I'm sorry. You are correct. I was like, no, it was so cool. He did. I want that to happen. I want the disarm thing to fail, but that's because you had to war bond to this because you have to use it. I'm hoisted by my own petard. Where's the other one of these? Oh, there it is. High or low? And this is just to see if your warbond took effect fast enough.
High, I suppose.
And I am giving you that, obviously, without any causation, but... Oh, no. No. That 9 won't do it. So, the sword, or the anchor, excuse me, I'll put it right here, and that is down below. And remember, these are 10-foot squares. So, these are like... Looks like you lost your weapon.
It will bonus action, disengage.
Okay.
And then get to use my sneak attack.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Now, is that ranged, or can you nick him with...
I think it's range with the bolts of...
Okay.
Yeah.
So this will be a disadvantage. Gotcha.
Okay. What is this? 2 plus 3, 5. 8.
He looks down at you, Such a nice part of the rules.
What?
You must attack me with your weapon.
Apologies.
Pick it up. So, you can go boop. You can make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw for hopping off, because that is about 10 feet, right, about 8 feet down.
Saving throw?
Is 10, yeah.
9.
It's like, as they they land over here on the railing, like, what the fuck? So, what's the saving throw? That was a disengage. You were able to do a sneak attack off of the disengage as bonus action, or cunning action. So that was
that was bonus action, so I get my action still.
Right.
I will. Okay, I do not understand. It is 5 foot range.
So it has only 5 foot range, but if
Okay.
you miss accidentally right now, you would technically like hit, if you were within the 15 foot, you would zip to the thing. You also, like, the rope's kind of there. It's kind of like wrapped around the, almost like a fireman's hose, where you would know, or kind of start to get the inkling, since you've held this a little bit, and kind of like, okay, I kind of get it. Like, it's a little bit longer than normal, and the hooks are kind of really out there. Like, it would work as a decent anchor, but it can also work pretty well as a grappling hook. You could, if you wanted, you could actually utilize the movement and just get back up on the ledge.
I'm gonna do that.
So, and you're like, wait a minute. And so what'll happen is it works like Batman's grappling hook, where it's not stuck there or anything like that. It's just cool. Zoop, boop, boop, and now you're boop, back up on the railing. And you're like,
I may not have hit you, but a little more than an anchor.
He's like, hiss. He'll walk over for his turn, and then he's going to try to do a trip attack. The attack earlier won't deal any damage.
Nope.
Because he's not trying to wound or to kill. He's just really just like, I'm gonna disrespect you a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's like I have a dice tray for a reason, and I'll use it.
Mine isn't the biggest fan.
Yeah, it's all good. It's gonna be a 14 to hit.
He will miss.
You can miss. All right, so just, he's kind of being brash and kind of open with his strikes now, thinking, whatever. So, swip, you go, toot.
Do a little swivel,
Yeah.
and as I'm coming back around, I'm
Nice. Get him. So here, so you're up there, he'll be over here. You have this back now. So it is just,
and to be clear, it is no magics, only blade.
oh, you can, well, you're not going to win by casting magic, but if it can help you, you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna booming blade.
Oh, yeah, no, go for it. Because what's going to be fun about that is, if he moves, it'll be something where we can flavor it as you're like, no. So go for it. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Do it up, as Dexter would say.
Well, if I'm proficient with it,
I'll allow you to have all the bonuses.
that's a 9.
So you're gonna miss, and you're swinging this way. So what I'll do is this: you can either come to this, right, and just overshoot it and then let it go there, or you could effectively get up a little higher, and this is like a level up there where they'd anchor some points and like tie some ropes around and all that. So you can either go up if you would like, if you're gonna swing up, or you could go to the cannon over there.
We'll go camp. Back.
Coming back over here?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're up, and he's like, what the So you're up there, turned around, have it in your hand. It's like, this is like, it's not the easiest thing in the world to yield, but it's got potential, So Was that your bonus act, or was that your reaction, or was that your actual turn?
That was my action to
Cool.
smack.
Yep. Just want to double check because I know that you can hold something and then do something else.
Well, the
Yeah.
bonus action's a sneak attack,
Gotcha.
so I'm playing that. So
You're good. You're good. The booming blade that's hovering around him, right? That's happening.
got a hit.
Cool. All right. So, anything else for your turn? All right. He's going to look around and be like, okay. He's going to actually do what, oh shit, that one's too far away. Like this one's way too far away because I was going to say he goes and does the, and just shoots up instantly. But instead, he'll actually take one of these ropes and kind of do the same thing where it's tied down at the base of the mast, and then he'll like kick it, it'll unravel, he'll zip up there for his turn, and then he will actually take the dodge action. That'd be your turn.
I'll follow him up.
Oh, so no, he's actually on the same level as you. Remember, you went up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you guys are technically elevated a little bit.
Dangerous game we're playing.
Oh, he's like, yes, it just got a lot more interesting. You are certainly proving that there's more than a paperweight.
Well, that's what we set out to do, isn't it? I miss.
Now with this, you can go up higher, which is just 15 feet up the mast, and like try to hang on, or yeah, there's really nothing else to hit, at least not here.
Yeah.
So it'd be one of those you can go up. Technically, you would be able to go down because you're just out of reach, because you're actually up on that higher tier, right? So swing, miss.
Then up we go.
All right, so you're gonna go up even higher, and he looks up. He's gonna actually say, race to the top, a better game. So he can change the rules of said game. Now, if you want, you can try to climb to the top of the mast and see if he's telling the truth.
Oh, I have a bonus action dash. I'm doing it.
All right, so bonus action dash, you're up there. Do you have a climb speed? Because if not, you move it half.
I do not.
Okay. So half your speed, I believe it's 30, so you'll be 15. All right, so you want to
Well, I
15?
also have my movement, so
So you'll have 30 up there, so you're 45 up. This is 15 feet, that's 60.
45 up from where I was at because yeah.
Right. He has, okay. He's gonna look up at you, meow, and is going to utilize his feline agility.
You moved last turn.
Yes, he moved.
Oh, that's recharge, isn't it?
Correct.
Shit.
Oh boy. We were gonna have everyone was gonna have a very long conversation about how that shit worked. Because I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't work. But it's only to recharge it.
Yeah.
And so that's why he's like, he will double his speed. He's a tabaxi. He has a climb speed.
Yep.
He's going to, as he makes his way up, try to disarm you on the way up. He's like, this will be a disadvantage because he's literally running by you. But he's running in the way that he's not even actually going claws. It's almost as though he's like walking up a wall like spider climb, because that's how fast he's going. What you got?
Opportunity guy.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. He's not. It's just dash.
Yeah.
So you can get it. Does a 15 hit you?
15 just hits.
Okay, so that is so he hits your armor class.
Yep.
So you can make an opportunity attack on him if you would like. That action may stop the encounter. Because remember, if you hit him, he stops.
I don't know. So no.
Well, but no, I'm saying the anchor.
Oh. Good lord. We're back to rolling solo.
Damn.
You know what? Inspiration.
All right. Do it. Because as I say, if you hit him and you stop him, he is being very, prideful here. So.
Natural one.
Ooh, is that what the other die? The new die?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, you miss, but you can still go up.
Right.
So you won't hit him. He will disarm you. So it's like you lose the anchor when you get up, so you're not holding on to it. So you gotta make an either athletics check, which you have advantage on if you're wearing the gloves, to grab on, or you can make a dexterity saving throw, or if you have another way to claw into the mast.
I mean, I need both hands for the anchor, so neither of them have anything else in them.
Got you. The anchor luckily is stuck in here. Like it does wherever it lands, it can stick, presumably, unless it's a person.
Glad it didn't go through the ship.
Oh my God, could you imagine? Just basically explodes. So yeah, athletics, you can actually grab onto the anchor if you would like. Because effectively, he disarms you, you miss, half at the same time, so you go, what? And then you can, and go. So you'll effectively have to stifle, which will be a fucking way to go.
That is a 15.
Oh yeah, you hang on. He's like right up there with you because you go about 15 feet. He goes at same speed. He's a little bit higher, but now you're at a point where there's not really any footing. You're just higher up, right? Because it's one of those, you could still continue to do the climb piece. And here actually, what was that? So there'll be about 30 feet actually that you've gone up. So there's another little platform, and then there'll be the kind of the top, like in like Assassin's Creed, you get to the very tippy top, and then it's one person can stand on essentially. But you guys are both, he's 20 feet away, and I think you've gone 60 up out of technically 100. I mean, he's gonna get it, so you have to hit him effectively.
Yeah.
So find your mark, good sir.
Well, I'll try to hit him.
Yeah, for sure. And I was gonna say, and you would know at this point, seeing how this goes, right, and how like, oh, okay, this thing is a pendulum or movement type deal. You can actually make this go further, but it'd be a disadvantage. So if you ever needed to go farther or tell someone, hey, if you were really in a pinch, because remember, it doesn't take that much to attack a thing, like an object, to get somewhere else. So, but yeah.
How far am I
From what?
the top?
The top? 40 feet.
40 feet?
Mm-hmm.
So I get up to him, and then I'm...
So if you got up to him, because I think him slowing down to hit you, he had double speed. He is a rogue as well. He has the cunning action piece, so he can dash with that. So he went up 60 from where you were. So he would basically be, 30 feet above you? So he's essentially, 10 feet closer? What is this? Yeah. Yeah, effectively he's just 10 feet closer to the edge, I think. 60 feet. You guys were at 15 feet. No, you were at 30 feet. No, he's 10 feet from the top.
Huh?
You're 40 feet from the top, he's 10 feet from the top.
Okay, I'm following. Then I will...
And he's trying to block you off from the top.
Yeah.
Like, it will be a thing to get there, but it is doable.
I will move my 15 feet.
Yep.
Which puts me at what?
So if you go 15, you're at 25 away now, because you were at 40 away.
Bonus action Misty Step.
You got
Shadow
it.
Guy.
Can you Misty Step to a surface you cannot see the landing of? And I'm fine if that's the case, because I think we've probably done it before. And it's also very good to know that you have Misty Step. Let's see.
I mean, it's not like the spell, it's like the racial trait, which is also important to know.
Ah, yes it is. How many times do you do that a day? Once?
Proficiency bonus.
No shit. Can you Misty Step?
And at 3rd level. I also gain resistance to all damage when I teleport these monsters.
Oh, I was like, what? Like, I thought you meant forever. No, dude, the freaking shader car are bananas.
Oh, yeah.
They're so cool.
You know what? What I'm actually going to do is...
You would know where the surface is because of Ari.
oh, yeah. That's
But
true.
if you want to do something different, you can. But yeah, it'd be one of those
that
like
works.
you go, and it's like, yeah, it's right. It's like this. Like you kind of, I mean, that to me, that thing is essentially the Batman thing. 1000%. It's just now magical and
Heavy.
much less digital. You know. So, the cheated. I love it.
I'll reach down and hand for him.
He'll take your hand, and it's like it's a long way down. And he's gonna fling you, like he's gonna take you, and be like, "Hey!" Now what's gonna happen is this: he's gonna use the weight of you and the anchor to then wrap around one of like the rope that he got to get up, and then he's going to essentially take you, and then y'all are gonna spiral down. It's gonna be ridiculous, and you're like, I'm gonna die, and he's like, always land on my feet because I'm a kid. Me, yeah.
Ah, that's your thing.
Very, very good. You inspire me, boy. Soot is looking like they are gonna go crazy in Balthazar's beard.
Sorry. Sorry.
Balthazar's like, that's her mask. Next time ask. You don't want to be eaten.
Yes, sir.
And he's just immediately just conversation ended with you, and it's like, all right, you don't exist anymore. Vance will give you a pat on the shoulder. That is my thing. I am a kid. Forever and always a kid. So if you get me out of this deal, that's what I become as a kid.
Would you care to share more about what made you or your deal?
You go to someone's door looking for milk, and the next thing you're singing to music and being stuck in front of a stupid boy playing with stars. The cosmos at his fingertips. All for nothing.
Your diviner.
No. No, the one who made me a kid. Or not a kid.
Do you know who this is?
I cannot read his name. On the contract that you say I have.
Is he on the ship?
Do you think it would be that easy?
Man can hope.
Hope is dangerous, my friend. Hope is dangerous.
We'll see what I can do.
I will say this is not a bad deal. But I'm stuck on the water. Forever.
Seems to be the case with all of you.
Well, this is a lovely place to be, but it is something where it does get old. I want to touch land. This I cannot do.
I'll see what I can do.
It
Any
seems
direction you can point me towards.
it seems like a lot. A direction towards what? Our properly fated end. You can find the child of stars, the one who plays with them like nothing. What do you give someone who can have everything?
Sounds like a question for Rentanimus.
He would simply tell you exactly what he wants. We have asked, but that is not the right answer. That is a right answer, but not the one we need. Just like if you were to ask a genie what wish they would want, you would simply say, the one they wished for.
The what?
The one they wished for. When you get better with your sword, let me know. Not this. I mean that actual sword on your back.
Better with that than this.
That remains to be seen. But I wouldn't doubt it with as good as you are with her mercy.
Her mercy. Ah.
This ship is a cool mistress, but being anchored somewhere can help quite a lot.
It's been fun to be aboard so far.
And some of you just want to wish it all away.
I wouldn't want to.
You're not everyone.
Although,
Feed your red. As they freaking out. What the fuck?
time for leftovers.
So you can kind of feel the it's not an actual bite, but it's like a little nibble on your neck and stuff. You can sense Vance's heart rate like go back down now the fight's over and all that stuff, because I mean effectively you almost have I mean it's almost like Daredevil sight to a degree if you're close enough. So
60 feet.
hey, it's close enough. Well, and the closer that you get, you'll glean more,
Yeah.
like more specific things. You have like in your tremor sense, you see what you would assume people are imagining. We'll end here. You can assume what people are imagining when they say soot will eat you, because they are the size of the ship from your tremor sense. But they're just that small. Well, I say that small. It's, if you know what a pseudo dragon, like a little bit smaller than Lewis. Mm-hmm. And you can make a history check. You remember when you first got on? We'll stop here. When you first got on, right before you met Balthazar, over your head was a very large shadow that was very fast. Before Balthazar appeared out of the air, and smack was no more. And you had assumed originally that it was Balthazar. Now with your tremor sense actually taking hold and you having a chance to get your bearings, as it were, you're thinking that soot might have a thing too. And that's where we'll stop.